What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got to talk to you guys about Manny Pacquiao and Bob Arum. You know, Bob Arum has broke silence lately since, Manny Pacquiao's win over Adrian Broner. You know, he left Bob Arum to join the PBC side of things in the welterweight division, which was a smart move because that's where most of the talent is. Let's face it. But after that, I think Bob Arum, has no holds bars on his ideas and picks about, Manny Pacquiao's choices of fights and his and the risk versus the reward. And a couple years ago, the big stink was Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford, because they were the two at the time. Besides Loma, they were the two top guys at top rank. Okay. And they were in the same weight class at one point, because Manny Pacquiao is a lot smaller than he claims to be, and he wanted a $20 million guarantee against Terence Crawford. If he was going to fight Terence Crawford. And of course, you put that in the pot, let that sink in. You also put in the pot that Freddie Roach stated that Terence Crawford is a totally bad style for Manny Pacquiao. So let's put that in the pot. So Roach didn't even want Manny in there with him, and Manny, here's the deal about Manny. Manny wanted $20 million, but the fight before that, he didn't get anywhere near $20 million. Of course, he had the multi-million-dollar deal with Mayweather, but after that, there was no deal like that ever made. I believe he got $4 or $5 million to fight Jessie Vargas, which was a good fight for him. But I'm thinking that's how he got the WBO, actually. Yeah, he got the WBO for him because Jessie Vargas upset Saddam Ali, and then he fought Manny and lost to Manny. And, and everybody thought it was strange for him to want $20 million to fight Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford is a dangerous guy. He's an undefeated fighter. He's moving up in the ranks. He's fierce. He's like the pretty boy of the lightweight fights in weight classes. Excuse me. And he's one of those guys that it was just destined for him to fight. And Manny wanted that amount of money out of the blue, but didn't get it. Now, you could look at it two ways. You could look at it like, well, maybe Manny was trying to price himself out. That's what Bob Arum stated. Bob Arum stated that Manny asked for too much money, and the type of money that he asked for that he wasn't going to get, or he felt that he was worth that type of money and he didn't get it anyway, because Bob Arum didn't believe in him any longer. I think it was a combination of both. Okay, let me explain. I think that Manny Pacquiao wanted $20 million because he figured this was probably the highest risk fight that he was going to take in his career now, okay, or at that point. And I think he felt he was worth $20 million. I don't think that he priced himself out. I think that he figured like, okay, Bob, shit, if this fight is going to be orchestrated between me and you, one of your top younger fighters, I feel that I should be entitled to $20 million. I've made you a lot of money. And I think Bob thought that Manny wasn't worth that amount of money anymore since he's lost to Mayweather, because that was his last loss since then, and then and basically he was just wanting to cash out on Manny and thought Manny was just going to accept any old, penny ante offer. You know what I'm saying? And I think Manny was like, no, if you want me to fight this kid, you're going to give me $20 million. And if I'm not worth $20 million, I think that was one of the beginnings of the end, when Bob Arum refused to give or grant Manny $20 million, because Bob Arum said it out of his own pie hole. I'm not giving Manny Pacquiao. The fight's not worth $20 million, so I'm not doing that. But let's go back on memory lane. He said the same thing to Floyd Mayweather in the Oscar De La Hoya fight. Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather wanted $20 million when he was with Bob Arum. Bob Arum was like, no, you're not getting that. Same number amount, same dollar amount, $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. So what he did, he bought himself out of his contract. I think it was $600,000, $700,000, bought him out of his contract, then went solo, then got the fight with Oscar De La Hoya for $20 million. Okay, and won that fight. So if we cross compare that to what happened to Manny, Manny knew, okay, well, he just couldn't leave right away. You know what I mean? But even before he left, he seen the ramifications of being with Bob. Because look at the shit that happened out there in Brisbane in Australia, right? I think I said it right. But out there in Australia, he got robbed by Jeff Horn. You know what I mean? And I think that could have been set up like that. And that's when Manny was like, dude, I had enough. I'm tired of these bum decisions. You know, the Bradley fight was bullshit too. You know what I mean? The first one, you know, it was bullshit to me. So he had enough of Bob Arum, I feel. You know, and I think what Bob does, Bob looks at his opponents and he looks at his talent. And if you've made him enough money, he's moving on to the next one. And I think that's what he was attempting to do. He did it with Floyd. Floyd got smart. He did it with Manny. And Manny eventually got smart. Okay, so, you know, but Terence Crawford was willing to fight anyone. So he was willing to fight Manny for whatever amount of money, because that would have been a marquee fight, because he needed a marquee name. Why do you think he's fighting Khan now? Okay, he needs those names, those big names, because he's a great talent. Okay, he's one of the best in the world. So yes, he deserves to fight the best in the world. So Manny Pacquiao was going to be another name on that list, but Manny got smart. Manny was like, nope, you're going to give me $20 million to fight this kid, or no, it's a no-go. So it was a no-go. Bob Arum set him up for the okie doke, you know what I mean, to make Jeff Horn a star. And then what he did, he brought Terence Crawford as the Avenger to whoop Jeff Horn's ass. Now he's the star at the welterweight division. Now Manny Pacquiao is on PBC side of things, and that's where it's at. So, you know, I have a detailed interview with Bob Arum stating that, but that's my counterpunch to that. You guys tell me what you think about that. Of course, please subscribe. You guys been counterpunched. Peace.